Hey guys, Silly here. Today I'm gonna look at a knife that I've had in my drawer for a while. I haven't really taken it out and taken a good look at it. What is it? It's the BenchMade 300 SN ball axis flipper. Anyways, whatever. I keep trying to do that, but it just doesn't work. BenchMade box, BenchMade papers. BenchMade bag. Now last time I took a BenchMade out of the box and I picked it up, in the bag it felt small. This one does not feel small. This one does not feel incredibly heavy, but does not feel light either. So let's take a look. Of course, in the plastic bag, to be expected, the pocket clip protector. Let's get that out. Now this is a pretty thick knife, pretty wide here, but not incredibly wide, not too wide, I would say. The screws look all standard. Once again, double-sided thumbs. Opens pretty smooth that way. Let's see if I can get some speed. It's a bit wide, a little bit hard to really get speed with the thumb pegs. Especially this section's pretty tight in there, but well, it comes out quite easy. Let's try the flipper. It's got some jimping on the flipper, on the little tip there. Well, I guess it needs a little bit more. Just a slight flip and it locks right up. Let's see how little I can get away with. As you can see, it takes a decent flip. If you're taking it out of your pocket and putting any kind of snap in it, it's going to come right into lock. Access lock, which is always great. I like these locks. I think they're pretty fail-safe. And I think they look better than a liner lock or frame lock. Access lock just looks better. And you know, a liner lock, you put your thumb in way, or a frame lock, put your thumb into danger and try to close it, whereas with a access lock there's no danger here. The standoffs, pretty standard cylinders. Ooh, nice. Deep carry pocket clip. Yeah, that's very inconspicuous. That's great. I would like a logo on this, but nevertheless. Now, this knife's a bit expensive considering it's using 154 cm. I really like what they did with the G10 though here. These little extra carve outs, I don't know what they call them, the grooves here. They really add a real nice feel. It feels tight in my hand. You know, the length. I've got small hands and it fits me perfectly. If I had bigger hands, maybe it wouldn't quite fit so well. My hands are pretty small, fits me nicely. The jimping up here is very sparse, but yeah, it's a little bit of a slip in there. It's kind of hard to get a good grip, but I think the flipper coming down to act as an extra for the finger will help you to keep it from sliding back in your hand. Maybe your thumb might slide up off it. Well, the blade's nice and thick, real thick. Feels sharp. I wouldn't say razor, but it's sharp. I'm not going to cut any paper. I don't like to really cut stuff Skeletization. I wish I knew the real word for this. I'm gonna keep calling it skeletization. It's quite nice. There's a hole here on both sides in the skeletation, like a drilled out hole. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can get a good look in there actually. It's pretty generous on the gap. Oh, there. So you can see it in there kind of. Anyways, this hole is a little bit smaller here and here on both sides. It's about the size of my pinky. These ones are much larger. There's two here, 1 and 2, obviously on both sides, about the size of my thumb. So this one may be 1.5 centimeters. This one may be 2 or 3. And there's a the axis lock has a skeletization in there too. If you look at the frame, if you look in here, you can really see that the frame, the carve out for the axis lock goes back into the G10. You can see it stops here. If I open it all the way, it stops. Obviously it needs to stop, right? But it goes back in here and does a loop around down into here. I'm not exactly sure why. I would think that it would have no meaning, no purpose other maybe to lower the weight a bit. It is a pretty bulky, heavy knife. Maybe in the pocket it's not going to feel great, but I think this is the price of this is low enough that I think it's worth picking up. I didn't bother to check, but it does say it's a ball axis. I'm not sure if that means there are ball bearings actually in. I can see the washers, the bushings, brass. I would assume there's some bearings in there, but it's got a decent swing to it. It's pretty smooth. Yeah. Anyhow, I like this knife. I do. I think it's well made. It's a good design. Sturdy, strong, nicely done, BenchMade. This is definitely worth picking up. That's it. Thanks.